Hey guys, welcome back. It is Jafmasterflash. How are you all doing today? So, the curtain closer, the season ender. It can only be one thing. We are racing at Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi, it's a tricky one. It is a real tricky one. But how are you all doing today? Hope you guys are all well. Hope you guys can see me, hear me. Let me know how things are looking, how they're going. So wherever you are in the world today, hope you've had a good one. Tomorrow is Halloween, and as you can see, I'm already wearing my Halloween costume. It's beautiful, I know, right? But let's get into it. Let's get straight into it. Weather is looking very nice indeed. Weather forecast is clear. I think Jeff is going to be lying to us. One thing I do need to look at before we start is just how bad that MGUH is. 65%. Have I got a better one? Okay, so I'm going to fit number 1 just for practice. And at the end of practice, I'm going to bounce back to number 4. Otherwise, it's going to be a penalty. We don't want any penalties. Not for the last race of the season. We could do without that, right? But how are you doing, guys? Let me know. Let me know. Hope you're all well. It is Friday. It is Funky Friday. Talking of Funky Friday, we've not done a Forza Friday for a long time. Maybe next week. It's Bonfire Night next week, right? Is it? I'm not sure. I know it's Bonfire Night in the UK sometime next week. And for those of you who don't know what Bonfire Night is, it's actually Guy Fawkes Night. Guy Fawkes, many centuries ago, tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament. So we celebrate it every year by letting off fireworks and having a jolly good old time. But of course, this year, COVID, unfortunately, is kicking everybody's backside. So, kind of sucks, really. Normally, local clubs and pubs and people with the back gardens and whatnot, there are fireworks. It's a bit like celebrating the Americans' 4th of July.
Help us identify any specific problem areas on the circuit.
I only had a few laps in.
Take a few laps to get the tyres up to temperature. Try and feel your way around.
I will, Jeff. Thanks. I only had a few laps in time trial before I started. Managed to drop a 1:34.9. So I'm hoping that this doesn't go too badly. But you know me, guys, right? I do struggle to keep it on the circuit. Hopefully we can. So yesterday I made my F2 debut in a league, and I absolutely, destroyed myself. Qualified not too bad. I was up against some really quick drivers. Qualifying went okay. I was driving for the ART team, and qualifying went from beautiful sunny weather in Spain to absolute torrential rain, and I managed 12 laps of a 50% race and lost all grip and binned it. So that was the end of my debut race. What's going on with this stream? Can you guys hear me okay? Hey Taku, how's it going, mate? See, that was...
Are you okay? That was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
What's going on by here now? Why is this playing up? I took my eyes off the road for 1 second to say hi to Taku, and then ended up smashing the car up. I did say it was going to happen. And that is why you shouldn't read, or try to read, and drive. Because I am shocking at it. I really am. So I'll wait until I get back.
Approaching the DRS zone. Watch your MFD for the activation point.
Don't know what is going on with this internet. Should have been in second gear for that corner then. It was a bit slow. Was a lot slower in fact. Hard tyres doesn't seem to have a lot of grip. I can feel the car quite loose, quite slippery. Huge lock up. Should have broke further back. And that's the last corner.
That's fantastic.
Oh, that's okay. That's not too bad.
Really good understanding of this circuit.
The purples are good. Purples are good. It's good. I love racing at Abu Dhabi. You only get 3 night races out of the entire season. Bahrain. You get Bahrain, Singapore, and of course Abu Dhabi. And this one is awesome. See what I mean as well about the tyres? They feel, really do feel slippery. I almost... Not liking that error I'm getting. Again, a constant error pop up on my screen. I don't know why. I'll do this practice program and then I'll have a look.
Great stuff. You've pretty much nailed this circuit. This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
Okay, let's try and get a little bit better. Go a little bit faster if I can. Maybe not, because I just missed one. Ooh, got a red one in that one. Grosjean and Albon are out in front of me. They're on the medium tyres. That means they're on the softer set of tyre, or softer tyre than the hard one. Whereas I am on the hardest tyre there is. Really careful when riding these curbs. That's better through the hotel section. It's a massive hotel above me. You need seriously deep pockets to attend the Abu Dhabi race.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Yeah, so you need some really deep pockets. And I think it's a bottle of, a normal bottle of drink is, I don't even know if they can serve drink there. Champagne, I would have thought. Being in a country in the UAE, they have laws, don't they, about specifically selling alcohol.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
So this is the last race, and I know with the patch and everything that has happened throughout the game, Ferrari, Vettel sitting in P4 currently.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
He won't be sat there next season, and that is all because of the power decrease that SF 1000 engine has had. Does look like I'm losing
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
a lot of time
When
in
driving with the pit
sector
assist
3.
disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen prompts that show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
Don't know what's going on. How you doing anyway, Taku? Hope you're doing well, mate. Oh, that wasn't too bad in the end. Okay, so let's get
All complete.
back out there on
Please stand clear.
the tyre
Ready to go.
management, and then we'll see them. What is going on, man? Just hope that the MGUH holds up. Because I really don't fancy a penalty. Yeah, my energy store's a bit off as well. I might need to change that. I know I can afford to change the energy store. That's not going to be no drama. This car really doesn't like certain parts of this track. Should nail his tyre management program though, so we shall see. just don't want to screw these tyres up by locking up yet, so I'm taking it as easy as I can. Seem to be losing a lot of time now. It's got the big old sausage curb on that one. Oh, we're up by a couple of tenths anyway, half second or so. Could be faster, could be a lot faster in fact.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Let's see if I can set a proper time. See, look what happens when you can set a proper time and just go for it. Like, I'm already 1.6 up on where I should be, 1.5. So this, in theory, so Charles Leclerc just set a 1:37.6, and I've just put a blue sector, a purple sector in sector 2.
Set fuel mix 1 if you want to save the engine for the race.
Don't worry about the engine, Jeffrey. We'll sort that out. My old China. And then Max Verstappen just set 1:37. I know that I've got enough pace in me to get a high 1:34. So I'm not too bothered about the pace yet. What I am worried about though is only being fast enough to go.
That lap puts us P3.
Third fastest. Which ain't fast enough. I think I'm losing all the time in sector 3. I'm up nearly half a second again, so Danny Rick needs to get out of my way.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
That's okay, Jeff. Locking up into there is not great. It's causing me a lot of time as well. And I just blew it. Two purple sectors. Okay, so I could have beat them. Could have gone further. Yeah, I'm getting an error message all the time saying that there's not enough to maintain a smooth stream, which I don't know how. I really don't. I've got nothing else running. Excuse me. No, I haven't got anything else running.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 37.8.
No, nothing. I don't understand why. Yeah, I don't know. Hmm.
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time
Yeah.
to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
Like I say, I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know. How much time have we got left?
We're third in the speed trap, 206.8 miles per hour.
No, didn't want to do that. Go and do this. I just don't know.
If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate the system, and you can either speak the command or select it manually from the radio screen that will appear on the multifunction display. While the radio is active, cycle through command groups with the MFD button.
I just don't know. I just don't know what the problem is. Why there's a problem either.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Come on, come on, come on! Let's get out there. I don't know. I'm just being held in the pit for some reason in the box. I'm still being held. Okay, so that one's at 70%. I don't understand why the energy store is giving me grief. As you can see there on the screen right now, the yellow line underneath where the engine is, and see where the gearbox is 17%. Where that is, that yellow line should be at 100 and not at 95. But as you can see, my ES is saying 55%. That's not normally enough to. Unless 55% of weight is enough to drop it by 5%. Not too sure. It shouldn't be. I know I can rectify that anyway. But still. So we need to make sure now that we are quick enough and get enough time out in front of us to get the laps done and save as enough fuel as possible. So you have to be as gentle on the throttle as possible, but we can be as fast as possible, and sometimes that is easier said than done. I'm sure that is behind me. I think it's one of the Haas cars. Trying to be smooth. In the words of Carlos Sainz, smooth operator. Nearly in the purple, so if I can just get this right, might just have done this one on the first attempt, which is surprising really, but then this is where all those awesome upgrades come into play.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Let's see how fast I can get this around here now. Might not have enough grip left in the tyres. These are the used set. So even Albon's in front of me, right? There's no point. I am way, way down. So these tyres are obviously not good
There's
enough.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
They should be alright. They shouldn't be too bad because they're only, what, 18% on the rear between both of them. And anyway, we've done, there's 3.5 minutes left. We've done the 3 practices for P practice 1 today. Fast forward it. Then we get to practice 2, and hopefully this will sort itself out because I have no idea why it's why it's so bad. I really don't. But it's really bad. Honestly, it never rains. It never rains, but it pours eye. Might just be the time of day. There is a storm raging outside, I know that, but damn. Let's just get this skip. Oh, level 25, 26, giving us nothing, eh?
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3. who are Verstappen, Albon, and Charles Leclerc. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
See, I think I know Hamilton was on the hard tyres in P11, but I wonder if he's struggling, and Bottas struggling because of their engine components as well. It'd be nice if they were, but yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Honestly, like, oh, what is it? I just don't understand. I don't understand why it's doing it now. So frustrating, man. Let's change the energy store. Oh, okay. I thought I had a spare energy store. One which wasn't as bad as... So how come the first one is... See, I could never understand these, right? Because here I am trying to work this out. So the first one has 277 laps left in it, 58%. Yet the fourth one is on 292 laps with 56%. So does that mean it's done more laps but worn less? I don't get it. I really don't. But I'm going to struggle. I can see it. Let's put number 1 in. And let's just see. So we got durability improvement on it as well. Right, let me see if just bear with me a sec. It might be something as simple as meaning to remove some things off the internet, because yeah. I'm going to run a quick test as well, because this is ridiculous. But then if I, knowing my luck, if I run some tests, it'll kick me out. Knowing my luck. Could be. But before, you used to be able to, when it used to be able to run tests before, you could just find out who was connected to your let's see if I can do it better there. Nope, can't do it there. You used to be able to see who was connected to your modem and just boot people off, but it doesn't look like I can find where that is. I'm just trying to use my phone to find out if I can still access it, because you used to be able to access it from the app, but now, at the time when I need it the most, I can't seem to access it. It's just so frustrating. So frustrating. Broadband. Oh, it's just crazy, driving me nuts. I can't access it. Let me see if I can't get it off this. Anyway, it's if it keeps on, I'll just stop it. I'm gonna have to do something. I can't. Cheers, KNS. Thanks, mate. Thanks for that. I'm just having real problems with the internet tonight, mate, and I know we got a storm going on outside, but I'm just trying to fix and find out why the internet, my internet, is just being so poor. It really is, and it's really winding me up, mate. If I'm honest, it's buffering all the time, and it shouldn't. And like I said, I don't know if it's the time of day. I don't know if it's I just don't know. I don't know what's going on, why it's being like it. I really don't. I don't know whether I should just stop and start again. How you doing though, mate? Okay, let's do the Ers Management. Then we'll do the race strategy.
Try to take it easy for a couple of laps.
Then we'll go for the qualifying pace. We'll do the qualifying pace in practice 3. I love it now. It's all starting to get a little bit dark, and love it. Love the night races. I was 3/10 off as well from being the quickest, which that's going to need to improve, but I am, unfortunately, and these are not excuses by any shadow of a doubt, using dodgy parts. I'm hoping to try and avoid a penalty. That's why I'm using them. Going back through every single thing that I can and changing them before I hit qualifying. But it might be that I take a penalty. I think if I can get pole, I think it's a I'm not going to be able to. If I get pole and then change a component, it's a back of the grid job. So I'm going to need to make that decision Now, kinda. I don't know if that's a decision I'm ready to make just yet, but I'm gonna have to make it by the end of practice 3. Gonna have to. Got another upgrade as well for the car after this race, which is typical, but it's a big lockup. Do without lockups because I'm going to need to use these tyres on the next practice program. So far so good. Really careful as well when I'm cutting that corner. Get too much curb and it will
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
That was an absolute rubbish time. So let's try and set a bit of a better time than that. 1:39 indeed. Should be easily enough to get a okay, I just knocked that up. It'll have to be a 1:39. It's not bad, man, considering I didn't have any of the engine. Didn't have any of the engine modes, and that's a quick time of 1:36. He is using the soft, though. Oh. Question is, what do I do? It's the last race of the season, and I don't really want a hat trick of wins.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Do I really just want to kind of throw this race away and start from the back of the grid, or just don't know what to do. Don't know what to do.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:39.0.
Yeah, that's a really poor time, that. Let's try the race strategy using the same set of tyres. I should be able to get a little bit quicker, a little bit closer.
Please. Car ready to leave.
Should be a little bit closer than a 1:39. 1:39 is awful. Quickest time on time trial this circuit is a 1:33. That a 1:31. So that goes to show you just how quick people are out there. And if any racer sees this and has any secrets and tips and tricks on how to become quicker, how to become faster, please share them. I so desperately need to become quicker and faster. So you can tell how poor that time was. That I'm already down in P6 and like Kvyat and Gasly are out in front. So yeah, it didn't make any improvement. It's alright. I'll have another go now. This is a really tricky circuit for as well. You know, it's or it can be quite a tricky circuit. As you can see, I'm already so many seconds up on where I was previously. Just maybe one of those things, maybe, you know, not using all the engine modes, struggling a little bit on other things. It looks like Bottas and Hamilton wasn't on it either, so could just mean that tired engine parts are playing a problem. As I know just how bad my engine parts are. So I think Verstappen, he took a hit not long after me. I think I did in Singapore. And I think Verstappen had 2 DNFs afterwards, so it could very well be that he has the fresh components in his car.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
And that might just very well be the answer to it all. But obviously, the more these tyres start to go off now, as in lose grip, the slower I'm going to be. What was my...
They're in 19th.
That was the wrong one.
Here's the top 5 cars as things stand. Albon, Verstappen, Stroll, Hamilton and Magnussen. Okay, so as for the cars around us, just ahead are Kvyat, Vettel and Leclerc. And behind us are Gasly, Bottas and Ricciardo. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1 minute 36.7.
Oh, okay. Cheers, Jeff. I was kind of looking for what was my last lap time. Never mind, though. Never mind, mate. Never mind. Just have to wait till I get back to the garage. Find out.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
that was close. Close to being invalidated. I kind of feel sorry for Russell in that Williams. It's good news that he's been kept on for 2021 with all the rumours surrounding him that they were going to replace him for Perez. I'm glad he's going to be in that seat. You know, it's really bad what Aston Martin had done to Perez. You know, and you could argue that Perez has been a far superior driver to Lance this season. He really has, in my opinion. And to be dumped the way he's been dumped, it is shocking, it is sad, but if is it Durillington?
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Then went and did the same to Russell because they were going to replace him with Perez just for the money. And I understand that F1 is a money-making sport and all the cash counts, and you know, I'm not naive enough to know how the world revolves around money, etc. But you know, Russell is, in my opinion, he's the next Mercedes driver. I think end of 2021 he'll have enough. He'll have enough about him, and I think he'll be Valtteri Bottas's replacement. I really do. If Lewis says he's having 3 more years, there's no way that Lewis is going to go anywhere else, because Mercedes are definitely going to be the benchmark team to beat, even in 2022 when the new season regulation changes come in. It's Mercedes. Look how well they've done in the hybrid era, right? And if Hamilton wants that 8th world title, you know, he's not going to get it in a Ferrari.
Great, lad.
And that's,
you've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
no disrespect to Ferrari. He certainly ain't going to get it in a Ferrari. He's certainly not going to get it in a Red Bull. Even if Red Bull do manage to get a requirement of the Honda engine plant, because there is talks that Honda and Red Bull are going to come to some sort of agreement, so Red Bull can then keep on producing the same Honda engine themselves. Because let's be fair, that's been a partnership, you know, a match made in heaven. Look what Gasly did in Monza, right? Struggling with these tires though. I thought I would have gone a lot faster, in fact. But here we are. I don't know how much I can put that down to. Engine parts, I really don't.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Let's see. See, again, the tyres are not that bad. I don't know. Is it though? Because all the cars in front of me are now on the soft tyre.
We're low on fuel. Box in the next 2 laps, please.
That MGUH though at 73% is not going to help the matters. Not at all. Ellis, how you doing, mate? Yes, I'm finally live, mate. But
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
yeah, I'm finally live, mate. But I'm having.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
I'm having proper internet issues, mate. Proper internet issues today, and it's pretty standard, really. Oh, what a save! What a save! That's what happens when you look, when your eyes go from left to right. Right. I am now going to try to run a test a minute to see if I can't sort this out, because it's driving me crazy. There is a storm raging outside though, so that might be the reason why. That could very well be the reason why. No issues. Right, let's have a look at these lap times. So the first lap was a 1:38.6, then a 1:39.2, 1:38.9, 1:39.5, but then those tyres did go off. And the last lap was a 1:38.3.
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can. So far, our fastest lap is a 1:38.1.
No, not even with that. You know, running all the tests, and they say that everything is fine.
5.9 miles per hour.
It's just not working right, man. I don't know. How you doing, Alice, mate? It's just driving me crazy. It really
The car
is.
settings screen on your multifunction display will allow you to change various settings as you drive. Open the display with the MFD button. You can then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
Okay, so Hamilton dropped a 1:37.5 on a set of medium tyres. And I am about the same distance away from Albon as I should be if I was on the softs. Albon is on fire today, mind. And my best is a 1:38.1. Okay, so let me fast forward this quickly. Get on to practice 3. I'm going to drop the qualifying time and then see if I can't set another fastest time then.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top 3. Albon, Verstappen and Lance Stroll. What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
It's the first time in 4 races, I think, that I've been that far down the grid in practice. But then I have been hitting it hammer and tongs, and now that the parts have finally succumbed to wear really badly, as you saw. It's not great. Not great at all. I just don't understand what is going on with this internet tonight. Wait a minute. Maybe if I... What if I... Let me see if I can... If I take the overlays off, just leave my face. See if that'll be enough to improve it. Hopefully that will be enough to improve it. I'll take the camera off as well. Can you guys still hear me? Hope you guys can still hear me. Just taking the camera off to see if that improves the issues that I'm having. Right, so let's get into practice 3. Hopefully the internet will sort itself out now I've done that. And I seriously need to sort. I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know how I'm going to do it. Don't know how I'm going to correct it. But the entire stream has just been a nightmare from start to finish. The good thing is, up to now, I've purpled all my objectives. So.
Okay, as you know, this is the 3rd and final practice session of the weekend. If we want to run our qualifying sim program, and I strongly recommend we do just that, this is our last chance. A bit like a rubber out on track. Try to take it easy for a couple of laps.
I will, Jeff, just for you. But you say a couple, and a couple means more than one. You could argue sometimes that it's a couple is 2. But at the end of lap 1, the program starts, so you can understand that why people don't believe you straight away, Jeff. So you tell fibs, mate. Okay, so I need to find out 1:36.5. That's the pace that Albon and Verstappen had last time around. I should be able to do it. I've got no problems in doing it, as in I know I'm quick enough. It's just, can I do it in this car? Got the energy store. I think the MGUH is around about 75% now, isn't it? Right, so here it goes. Let's see what I can do. Can really do without not invalidating my lap. Run way too wide. That's quite bad actually. Never had a red engine part like that before, unless it's been a broken front wing that I've caused myself. I need to do something drastic, otherwise this is going to have failed. Just don't think the car got the old failed it. Failed it. Right, let's do a retry on that practice program. What a save.
Fuel is marginal. Box within 2 laps.
Yes, 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 yes. I've seemed to have sorted that problem. I think it was the camera. Or is the camera still on? I thought I just took the camera off. But anyway, everything seems to be...
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Everything seems to be working fine now anyway. I hope so. I hope you guys can hear me.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
It might have just been the time of night as well. No, that sounds a bit odd, but... So I did a 1:36.3. So I need to find about another second then out of qualifying. And I currently don't know how I'm going to do it. So this is the point in the proceedings now where I need to determine whether I take a penalty or not. What to do, what to do. What to do. So estimate, yeah.
To view information on your current levels of tyre wear and damage, press the MFD button to open the multifunction display, and then again to cycle to the tyres and damage screen.
Yeah, no, Jeff. So they're estimating a pole of a 1:36.0. I'm probably going to need to find a low 1:35, which is not a drama. Time trials, I know I was getting high 1:34s. So I'm not worried about the pole time. What I am worried about though is the car.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 36.3.
I'm really worried about the car, in fact. So much so that even with this MGUH, I don't think it's going to make it through qualifying and the full race.
We're 5th in the speed trap, 206.3 miles per hour.
I'm not going back out because I'm going to fast forward it. So yeah, kind of between a rock and a hard place at the minute. But that needs to be part of what's in there. Yeah, grid drop. I think it's a 5.
We want to really optimize our top speed and mechanical grip here. Marina circuit has 2 long straights and lots of low-speed corners. It gets very technical going under the hotel, so make sure you're happy with the front grip.
I am as it goes, yeah. Yeah, I think if you change the part now, you get a 5th place. However, if I do it after qualifying or throughout qualifying, I know that I'll get put at the back of the grid. So I'm not going to change that. I'm just going to make sure that's full. Get that
Quick
changed.
note about tyres. Just bear in mind we have to return the 2 most worn sets at the end of this session. They're gone forever at that point, so be careful how and when you use them, and don't waste any sets that you might need later on.
Okay, that's the best I can do. That is going to be the best I can do. And I just hope that 88 laps is enough to get me through qualifying and through the race. It should be enough, shouldn't it? Right? It should be, right? Yeah, it should be. Of course it should be. What is this? At 25%. I think it's 14, 15 laps maybe. Yeah, it should be fine, man. Should be fine. I really don't know if it's going to be fine. I really don't. That's my problem. And it's either going to go okay and I'll make it through to the end, or it's not going to be okay and it's going to break down. I won them gloves. Is it 20 set? The end of 20
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see our top 3 again. Joker, Bottas, and Lando Norris. And if today's practice is
wow,
anything to
my
go
McLaren
by,
has really
we're in for an
improved. But it's practice. Practice doesn't count. Time doesn't count. You can be really slow in practice, but you can be really quick in qualifying, and vice versa.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective.
Was it? I thought it was practice.
You spent a lot of time on the track during practice. Does the car have enough reliability to sustain that?
If I was to give you an honest answer, my team would probably disown me. Power unit is great. It really is. Let's try that one.
Do you feel that things went well for you today?
Yeah, I think so.
What was the secret ingredient for your performance today?
The power unit. But they're saying that, in all fairness, the chassis and the aero upgrades that have happened to the car lately, they've been really good as well. So that's really helped. But let's just say the power unit.
Great. Well, that's everything.
I was waiting for it to mention my little spins, my little spinneroonies. I was. Got loads of R&D points. I'm going to keep them until the start of next season, you know. Don't know what to do with Nick. Any suggestions? And for those of you who are watching after the stream ends, any suggestions on what I can do with old Nick? Old Nicholas. Nicky DeVries. I don't know whether to keep him, whether to get George Russell in. Don't know what to do. So, for you guys who watch this late, or if you get this far later on, comments down below would be fantastic. I think I want to maybe get George in, maybe, but then since the upgrade and since all the drivers have had their stats increased, like Norris, Sainz, prices have gone up as well. I think Lando is somewhere up around, like in this current situation, I think Lando is somewhere up around 10.5 million, 11 million. That's just Jeff. Being Jeff. So this is the first time I am going to go into a race where I know that my car could potentially blow up and it's 14 laps, not 15. So it's probably going to be probably going to be 8 laps most out of qualifying, and then 14 laps of the race. Yeah, I've got 88 laps left before it completely blows up. We're winning, right? Definitely winning. Welcome to the Etihad, Abu Dhabi. One, two, three. Let's just go out there and set a lap. Okay.
Engine fired, we're set.
See, there's still some debate as well. I was under the impression that when the update came, no changes would take place in the current seasons. Or that's how I interpreted the Twitter post from Codemasters. But I have noticed lately both Leclerc and Vettel with significant performance decreases. So I don't know. I don't know if it took place straight away. That's what I said earlier about next season. That little dip there, man. That's one to catch you out. I mean, really catch you out. Love it seeing the hotel all lit up as well. Okay, here goes the first flying lap. Need to be on point, really. I really do. At a lift off as well. It's never good, is it? Depending on how decent this lap is, will depend on whether I have to go again. Don't know whether to go, you know, just go again anyway. I already feel like I've lost so much time. I'm gonna have to go again now. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to go again now anyway. I validated the lap. I think I just compromised my teammates' lap. Okay, I'm sure I just saw Leclerc set a 1:34 something. Like, damn, that's a quick time. Come on, Nick, don't do it to me.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
I'm not looking for pole, I'm not looking to go faster. I'm just hoping just to set enough to see me through. Come on. No! No. I'm gonna have to, because I didn't have enough to. I haven't got enough set of tyres to go again. Definitely don't think I've got enough fuel. It's nice to see that I'm up. I'm not going to have the fuel to get back around. If I did, this is going to be an absolutely amazing lap. midfield just on the line. I don't mind trickling around the rest of the track. That blew it. I would have run out anyway. Okay. That though, P3 at the minute should be enough for me to stay. Oh, P4 should be enough for me to move into. Should be enough. But I need to do a lot better than a 135. If I had not used flashback, it's just so annoying, man. How you can just damn, I'm already done in 7th. Verstappen. Well,
our best lap so far is a 1:35.6.
On that last lap, I was 6/10 up, coming towards the last corner before the engine died. Providing these guys in front of me don't go any faster. The reason, that's the reason why I used the flashback, is because I knew that I would have to go back
We're 14th in the speed
and use a set of tyres that I didn't want to use.
Per hour.
I think I'm safe there though. I really do.
There's a few cars out on track. Perhaps we should get out there before it gets busy.
Oh, what to do, man, what to do. Right, I'm going to accelerate it, because if I go back out again, that means I'm going to have to use a set of tyres, and I'll only get one set of tyres in Q3. So if the cars around me go faster and knock me down 8 places, on my head be it. Did I manage to get into Q2? Yes, I did. Okay, so I know for a fact now I need to be looking at probably about a 134.5. That's where I need to be come Q3. And what also I need to do is stop cutting the corners. That's what I really need to do. Just like, damn. Alright, let's check on how many laps of that has got left. Okay, not too bad, not too bad at all. Let's just go to track.
All personnel be aware. Car leaving.
So 134.5. Verstappen, he is on fire. was hoping I was going to have a little bit of a gap behind me, but I guess not. That little dip, man, is not healthy either. This is the hardest section on the circuit. Getting the brake pressure just right. Quite easily lock up the tyres, and that's where it all ends. Don't want to be spinning off there either. Come on, come on, come on. And like Jeff said, there's so many slow speed corners on this circuit. When you're in one, it feels like you're in one for so long, and like all you want to do is just get going. But if you were if you were too eager on the throttle, or if you're playing on the pad, or, on the stick or whatnot, like you can quite easily spin. You can quite easily spin the rear tyres up, and then it's game over. Or cut a corner and have everything almost taken away from you, because
That's the fastest lap so far. Well done.
that's why I wanted to, I hate using flashbacks, I really do, but I know I'm so full of mistakes, I just can't seem to get rid of it and cut in the corners because the rules are so strict.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
I shouldn't be pushing these tyres too hard as well. These are the tyres that I'm going to start the race on. I'll make sure I'm right out of the way. I love it how you pull over to allow these past, and then they all just pile up. Oh, look, they crashed. So the problem I've got now is Vettel, Verstappen behind me as well, who has been quick all throughout practice and the weekend, is starting on the mediums. Unless everybody else goes quicker around them, but I don't think Hamilton and Bottas have been out on track yet, have they? But that's twice they've had to use the flashback now through my sheer stupidity. Okay, so I'm not going to go back out again. I'm happy where I am and top of the shop, even though if everybody else has been back out or is out on their laps. See, man.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 35.2.
See, Vettel and Verstappen should have been able to annihilate me on if they were on the soft tyres. I think it's just down to engine and the issues I've got, why I've not got the speed. I know Racing Point, they had an upgrade as well. A little close.
There's only a few cars out on track.
Sergio
Consider
is...
getting out there.
But Hamilton's going to have to go again. Albon's going to have to go again. Hamilton. I would have said Leclerc's going to go again. Verstappen may go again. Bottas is going to go again, definitely. So I might get...
We're 16th in the speed trap, 208.9 miles per hour.
Might be evicted from the top spot. But that's okay. I'd rather the cars around me be on the same strategy than having to deal with them coming back at me faster later on. I did notice somebody just went a tenth quicker. Or more than a tenth. Yeah. Okay, so they're all qualified on the soft tyres. Happy. Happy. Problem I got now is where am I going to find an extra half a second from? I'm going to probably need about 3/4 of a second if I'm honest. And with the current car in the current situation, I don't think I'm going to find it. But if I end up on the grid P5, it's still no drama. Just means the race becomes harder, that's all. Got to try it out.
Standing by.
Try and get 2 laps in now. With the least amount of fuel in the car as possible. So and then come back, get the boots changed, and then go again then for the last bit of Q3. Okay, so that's Albon behind me. Had a little dip. Okay, here goes. This corner, last corner, and then let's go for it, see what we got. I'm sure I just saw a quick purple colour up came up on my screen then, but if it didn't last long, so I'm not sure whether Albon went quicker than me in the first set. I probably did because I've been quite slow there. Let's see how I do. Set to 2. Okay, that lasted a lot longer this time around. That's gonna cost me some time. Again, a 1:35.2 is not quick enough.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Cheers, Jeff. I mean, Danny Kvyat has even gone faster than me. Probably not by a lot, but still. I need at least that's what I need, at least 5/10. And unfortunately, I'm losing it all in here. What was that? P2. A 1:34.7. So what did Verstappen do then? It must be really tight, the timings, for Kvyat to quickly go ahead of me and then not be on the leaderboard around me. Let's hope I've got enough time to get out and maybe could have got, yeah, it doesn't matter now. I was going to say maybe I could have got an extra use out of my tyres out of Q2 and not used the flashback, but that means there would have been about 8% worn going into the race, and That's never good. I'm okay with the 134.7 though. I am. It's not pole, but when you race in the AI seem to expend all their ERS deployment, or it feels like they expend it all within the first few laps, and then you can kind of hunt them down, or they stick with you until your first pit stop, and then you can catch them quite quickly. Okay. Now see, in theory, I can go 0.3 quicker just with these tyres on alone. And I only need 8/1000ths of a second to be quicker.
So far, our
Oh,
fastest
for
lap
pole.
is a 1:34.7.
Quite a lot of times this season, this have happened. I've needed like thousandths, or I've been beaten by thousandths of seconds. But I'm going to go to the track and try it.
Complete. All personnel be aware, we have a car leaving.
But this has by far been the hardest qualifying I've done. And I think it's got a lot to do with the fact that the MGUH is so damaged. Mm, 68%. My energy still ain't the greatest either. Spend a lot of next season now making sure that the durability is there, car wise, and that way then I shouldn't have to take a penalty. I took a penalty in Singapore, I think, last time out. Maybe I should have used a lot more of my components instead of taking it in Singapore. Maybe taking it 1 later. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing, hindsight. But in my defense, I didn't expect the car to become so good, considering where it was come Spa and Monza. I really didn't. But I need 8/1000ths, providing old Maxi boy. See, if I cross the line with that, I'm in pole. Can I though? This is the difference I need for pole. Come on, don't give me that time losing. Oh, that would have cost me time there. Damn it. I think I've blown it. I think I have blown it. Blown it. I know I have. Shit. Okay. One more crack. on it, haven't I? I know I have. Yeah, I'm half set it down.
Down the order, you're currently in P3.
Yeah. Yeah, it's qualifying over. Small margins, right? It's always small margins in Formula 1. And that lock-up cost me dearly. It really did. That's life though. And I would have been on pole. I know I would have. What was I? 2.5, 3 tenths up. It's done now. It's all good. Just need a really good start. A decent start tomorrow. Tomorrow when... I say tomorrow because it's real life, isn't it? It'll be tomorrow. But come race day, which is up next, a decent start, and then that's all the difference. That's all that counts. That lock up though at the end, if it wasn't for that lock up, it would have been a different story. But it's still a podium, right?
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top 3. Verstappen, Bottas and Joker. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Okay, maybe I will. Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention as well. I kept on being bombarded by the reporter. No matter how many times it was a no comment, they kept on asking me my rival. My nearest rival at the time was, well, the easiest rival I should say was Leclerc. Hence the reason why I chose Leclerc. But I think I've just beaten him, or the outcome depends on this race. He needs to beat me by far. So, but here comes the main event. Will the tyres hold out? I do not know. I do not know. That's another thing what I was thinking about as well. Going back to the...
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance.
With the Perez, Aston Martin, Stroll thing, they've not actually announced their full driver's grid yet. I know they've announced Vettel, but they haven't announced who's part in him. It's highly likely it's going to be Lance Stroll Jr. But they've not yet actually come out and 100% confirmed it. So they ain't going to make a U-turn and stick with Perez, are they? Because, I mean, the only place Perez has got to go is Red Bull. So, but then if it was me, I would choose Nico Hülkenberg over Perez. But then that's not a money motivator. Hey, Booster, how you doing, mate? Don't mention it. Don't mention it at all. Absolutely no worries, mate. Just making sure that you were good, that's all. How's things?
It's time then for one final race in this year's Formula One World Championship. 2010 saw 4 drivers in contention for the title coming into this race, with Sebastian Vettel prevailing to become the youngest world champion to date. Is there one last sting of the tail awaiting us today? Well, it's time to find out. Here comes the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The Marina circuit, just over 3.4 miles long with 21 corners and 2 very long back straights. There are 2 DRS zones going into the heavy braking zones of both turn 8 and turn 11 and offer plenty of potential for overtaking. The circuit comes with its fair share of tricky corners as well, in particular 15, 16 and 17, which will certainly test a driver's braking management.
Oh yes.
Davidson is with me one last time this year as we bid a fond farewell to another great season of Formula One.
It's been another great year of racing, but let's not look back just yet. We've still got one more Grand Prix ahead of us. Some of these drivers don't know if they'll be in the sport next year or how competitive their car might be even if they are. So this is a race where every driver should be striving to make the most of it.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Joker, Albon, Lewis Hamilton, and Vettel, Kvyat, Ricciardo, Perez, and Carlos Sainz, Gasly, Stroll, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Magnussen, Leclerc, Raikkonen, George Russell, and Esteban Ocon, Grosjean, Norris, Latifi, and Nick de Vries. That's it then, it's time to go racing, as we head to trackside for today's race.
That just made me think as well, because I've not been keeping up on the points, because I'm not...
Okay, let's finish the season with a strong effort.
Because I'm not involved, so I've just not been keeping an eye on the points. This is still undecided. It looks likely that Bottas is going to claim the title. But yeah. Right, what was that? Let me see. Edit strategy. Yeah. No, I'm just going to stick with that. I might more than likely come in the end of lap 5, try and get in, get out before everybody else. Maybe. Hopefully. We'll see. Well, let's go and get this race done. Oh, that's awesome, Booster mate. Glad you were chilling. Welcome back, Taku. Just in time, mate, for the race. Just in time.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want to bog down.
Never, ever have I raced knowing that an engine component could blow up in the car and cause me to lose the race. So it is serious times. Really serious times. 69%. Should be alright. Probably got about 70 laps left in it. And I got 14 laps here. So yeah.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Yeah, Jeff, I don't believe a word you say about the weather, mate. You've caught me out too many times. Too many times. You've told me that it's going to be clear and you get to qualify in. And it's absolutely chucking it down. Okay, so tyres are as warm as I'll be able to get them. Everything is looking rosy. Just need to drop the hammer have a decent start. P1. Let's go. Problem is, when you start P3, the driver in front, if you get a good run on him, unless you get to the middle quickly, you have to try and go around the outside.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
And yeah, it's not great because they tend to block you off, or Hamilton blocks you off big time. So here we go. Yes, mate. Didn't collide with Verstappen at all.
All right, we're looking good so far.
Oh yes, we are looking really good. In fact, we are out of the DRS zone already. We are away. That is how we do it. If only I could start like that in my multiplayer races. That would be amazing. We can't always have what we want. Start absolutely amazingly on career mode, but I find it really difficult to start in multiplayer. Tend to lose a lot of time. Just consistency, I think I need on online. More practice by far. I need a lot more practice. That is why I was annoyed with myself through the lockup in Q3. I really was. It was just a stupid mistake, a needless mistake that didn't need to happen. It did happen, but you know, that's life. But I wasn't, you know, too worried about where I was starting from, because that's one thing I have noticed as of late, that my starts have been really good, and that's not me blowing my own horn. I started to notice just how quick my starts were from Kota, and then Brazil was another one. Just need to keep Verstappen away from me now, because he seems to have got back in within that time frame. You've got to be yeah, and he just pulls the fastest lap as well. If the driver behind you is within a second, he gets something called DRS advantage, and that allows him to have an extra 15 to 20 kilometers an hour more speed. As you can see, our times are dropping. He's gaining. The rear flap opens up on the back, and trying to break his... As long as I can keep him at bay, well, it's all good. Just need to keep him at bay though.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on mediums.
See, the thing is, I could now try and stay out and hope that I don't lose too much time. Or I could bolt first, go to the pit stops, change my tyres, and hope that I extend my time over everybody during the pit stop.
The energy store is getting worn, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
Don't speak to me about it, Jeff. Now is not the time. Now it's not the time. See, the thing is, if I work this right as well, I'll be able to push Verstappen. That's not fair.
Okay, we're reaching a danger point with the wear on the MGU-H. Overheating the engine will exacerbate the issue, so keep the temps under control.
What the Man, oh man. I am really annoyed.
Try to stay with him, he might make a mistake. We could still regain the position.
Really annoyed.
Understood, stopping this lap.
What can you do? What can I do about that? There's not a lot I can do. Gonna pit in. See if I can't make up.
Power from the engine is going to be
Shut up,
down
Jeff.
slightly. It's showing some minor wear.
What is going to annoy me even more though is I know that Verstappen will probably have nothing done to him. Where he cost me the race. Maybe there is no other way. Hey Taku, I'm probably not mate. I explained
Complete, go now.
I explained I probably wouldn't make
That was our last stop. No
the
more
time
scheduled
zones
pit
just
stops.
make it impossible. Absolutely impossible, mate. Really, really. So, you know what I mean? From P1 being spun. I mean, what's the worst that can happen now, right? I know what the worst will happen is. Verstappen will probably, more than likely, go on to win the race. And all the worry that I've been doing over the component, which is really broke, I could have just just could have changed it. Oh, surprise, surprise! Look at that, Verstappen come out in front of me as well. Well, the overcut almost worked. I'll try and stick with him though. If I can stick
Car
with him.
behind has boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre.
I am going to try and stay with him, see if I can't. Because I'd say this is, with Hamilton only just in front, I would say this is, I've caught back up, I think.
Nick is in the pits. Nick in the pits.
Yeah, where am I? P3. So I've kind of caught back up. Hope your brakes are better than mine. Guarantee you though that nothing, no warning. He probably had a warning for what he did to me.
Gap to teammate behind is 17.0 seconds.
By spinning me off the track.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Too far back a minute. Hopefully I'm not going to be on the next shot though. But let's go away, you dick. I mean, right now, Verstappen is holding us all up. But as you can see, Hamilton, he's gone. Okay, I'm going to lunge from as far back as I can, and if I take Verstappen out, take myself out, so be it, because maybe not. I was way too far back. But that's where I need to happen. I need to get really close to him.
Information on Ricardo. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Jeff, we have an issue with our car, so doesn't really matter, mate. What matters is I've got bot ass all over me. And Verstappen is getting away. See, I've not got the tyre grip to stay with Verstappen, you see. He drops it here, and then here I have to lift.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
And that's how he's able to get so far from me, and then I catch him back up by braking late as I possibly can. But I'm a lot closer to him now than I've ever been, so I'll catch you later, Maxi boy. This is for you spinning me earlier on, you Burke. See you later. Yes! Finally passed him. Hopefully now I can pull away a little bit, because he was definitely holding me up. Maybe, you know, the AI can have a little fight, a little overtake battle, because I've already got without DRS range. I think it's safe to say that the win is probably not mine now, with Hamilton being 5 seconds further down the road, but I can definitely pull away from Verstappen and secure second. You know, should have been the win, but accidents happen. You know, I'm still 2 laps left. P2. It could have been a lot worse. Really could have. I could have lost my front wing and everything, and
Green flag.
you know, properly been at the back of the grid. And with the MGUH as bad a shape that it's in, could have lost that as well, and could have had a DNF. But this one time, I can officially say that my position is not through my own fault.
The turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
Yeah, cheers Jeff, I'm away. But I've also got...
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. We're leading our teammate by 24.0 seconds.
I've also got the man behind me. He's managed to get past Verstappen. And he is on a mission by the looks of it. He looks like he is on a mission. Of course, as long as Bottas finishes on pole, he should win the championship. I just need to stay. Just need to stay away from me for the remaining 2 laps, or a lap and a half, lap and a quarter. He's catching me though. He really is. Oh, he's definitely catching me with the long lockups like that. I am a little bit concerned though.
This is your final lap of the race.
I was going to say, I'm a little bit concerned at how quickly he's catching me, but he's just gone and dropped the fastest lap of the race, so I'm, you know, what can I expect? What is concerned though is that I thought I would have caught Lewis a lot. I didn't think Lewis would have got even further in front of me. It looks like he has. Verstappen probably didn't even... Probably is just going to get a warning for what he did. So it's kind of just desserts really where Verstappen actually sits. It's a shame he didn't really damage his car and P2. Kind of Yeah.
We've had a very strong season this year, very strong indeed. Well done, and thank you on behalf of the team for a fantastic effort.
It's kind of where...
And so the celebrations begin, and well earned they are indeed. It may have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level, at the very top, is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion. Victory today then, but bittersweet emotions I'm sure, as the championship slips through their fingers. Even so, what a fantastic final race of the season this was. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a drive with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Mistakes of other drivers, you mean the drivers that get deliberately crashed out by opposition drivers? That's what you should have said. But I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. You know, it was always going to be Mercedes or Ferrari's year. It was never going to be mine. I didn't even expect having a competitive car this season, to be honest. And it wasn't until we got those last really big engine upgrades, you know, even from the manufacturer as well, that we came into it, and the car started to become competitive. I've learned a lot. Definitely learned a lot on how to build a car or get developments on the car going forward. So that's a big learning curve that I've done. But next season, if that is not myself...
After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
It's got to be Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he pulled off some impressive feats out on the track today, even by his standards.
So then, Ferrari have now moved out of sight and out of reach. It's another triumph for the Italian team as they claim the World Constructors' Championship. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Yeah, but as I was saying, if it's not me where Bottas just was next season, there's questions that need to be asked. It really is. But guys, I honestly really want to thank you for stopping by. As always, you know you're awesome. You really, really are. And that has been the first season, and it is now over. Bring on season 2. Bring on a more competitive car, better from the start, and hopefully we'll get full points out in Australia. As for Max Verstappen though, I just want to see if he did get a penalty. He had a warning. He had a warning. He had a warning. Oh no. No, sorry, that was at the start. He did not even get a warning for spinning me off the circuit. He exceeded track limits. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, brilliant. But guys, anyway, as always, thanks so much, and I'll catch you